Today I'm going to show you guys how to paint a mossy green brick on the Imperial Walkway bases from Elrik's Hobbies. We're going to start off with doing a solid base coat of black green from Pearl Krill. We want to make sure that's solid so that we have that strong dark green color coming through the cracks later on. The next step is we're going to do a light dry brush of burnt sienna on the upper parts of the bricks there. So where you would be walking there. We're going to be doing a light dry brush so that we still have some of the black green showing through. The next step is another light dry brush of dark warm gray on the lower part of the bricks. This is also another step where we want to have as much of the black green showing through as we can. Now we're going to do a light dry brush of burnt orange over the upper parts where we put the burnt sienna before. You can go as heavy into this as you want, but try and keep it light so that the black green is still showing through as much as possible. Now we're going to do a light dry brush of light neutral gray from Pearl Krill. Now we're going to grab 4 different greens from Pearl Krill. We're going to grab black green, camo green, bright pale green, and bright yellow green. We're going to put a little bit of each of them on our palette. Once we have those set up on our palette, we're going to grab an old dry brush and we're going to stipple on the greens in various patterns here. I'm going to start with the black green and just get a good base on it because most of the time with the moss, it's darker nearer to the stone. I'm going to go over the entire base with this and just stippling it in random patterns. The next color I'm grabbing without washing my dry brush is bright pale green. I'm going to stipple this close to the same pattern that I had with the black green, but not as much and a bit more sporadic because this color is very bright and will distract it from the rest of the base. Now I'm grabbing a little bit of the camo green and going over those same areas just in a slightly different pattern. This will darken down the bright pale green a bit. Next, I am grabbing some of the bright yellow green and just more sporadically than even with the bright pale green, I'm going to stipple it on there just to give it a little bit of that yellowish green color. And finally, I'm grabbing some more black green and going over some of the areas I thought were just a little bit too bright, but it also brings the darker colors back up to the top. You can obviously go heavier or lighter as you feel.